Trump. That's where Jen's experience comes in very handy. She knows what it is like to run against someone like Donald Trump, who just lies so often that it can be very difficult to gain traction in this mainstream media environment. And so I think that you put everybody on the field who can win, and that is what she's doing by hiring all of these different folks.
Yeah. Interestingly, this new report from Axios, it highlights how Vice President Harris has deviated from President Biden's strategy. And for example here, she has rarely used the term democracy. Instead, she's focusing on the words freedom and future. And then again, unlike Biden, Harris has mostly shied away from exchanging quips with Donald Trump. So instead, here's how she responds to his many insults. She just offers a simple, debate me or say it to my face. What's your read on this?
I love that she's going with a freedom message. On my radio show, I've been talking about the fact that this election is about freedom. In 2016, we were warning about the overturning of Roe versus Wade if Donald Trump were elected. Now we're talking about Roe versus Wade being gone and those freedoms and rights that we've had for generations being gone. But those aren't the only rights at stake. And I think that when you frame it under a message of freedom, that's something that resonates more than talking about democracy. Even though that is also true, I think people can understand viscerally what it means when you have rights and freedoms taken away from you, particularly when it's being taken away by two men like Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Remember, Donald Trump is an adjudicated sexual abuser. He's somebody who's been found liable for fraud. He's a convicted felon. And J.D. Vance apparently hates people who like cats. And so for those two men to be the ones that are taking away our freedoms, that's something that viscerally I think people can respond to, and it will make them participate and mobilize to stop those two folks from returning to power.
So all this change that we're talking about, it seems to be clearly working because you have the Black Muslim Leadership Council Fund that has endorsed Harris after formally withholding its support for Biden, largely due to his handling of the war in Gaza. How critical is this? And I guess the big question is, how was she able to establish her own independent position on this issue as a member of the Biden administration?
I think that she's been able to establish an independent position. Number one, she had to go along with what the administration policy was. But I think that moment on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, commemorating the anniversary of Bloody Sunday, where she called for a ceasefire, and the reports that she was very, very vocal behind the scenes in the administration, talking about the